All right, today we're putting in some upgrades to my Z840 here. So this is my Proxmox hypervisor, and it's running fine as is, but the memory is basically utilized all the way. It's like 95% utilized. So we're going to be upgrading those, or that, and then the CPU, since I can't leave anything alone, we'll be putting in 2 new CPUs in here to double the core and thread count from the 2 existing CPUs. So let's pull this out and get working. It's already turned off. So basically, my cameras are down now. Plex is down. Home Assistant, it's all down at the moment. So let me pull these out, or pull this one out. Do some disconnecting back here. So there's only a few. There's a USB for the APC battery backup. We got a couple Ethernet cables, and then 1 fiber for the main network. Alrighty. That's everything. Just be super delicate with the fiber. And yeah, I don't have the nice fancy HP rails that allow you to pull this out and keep it in the rack to work on it, since those are like ungodly expensive. So I got these other cheap rails, so it means I gotta pull the whole thing out and set it somewhere else to work. But there it is. All right, let's get you guys in to the shot here. All right, so I got it up here on the table, and so here's what we're going with. Let's see, I have 2 of these. There we go. So it's a E5 2697A V4. So these are 16 core, 32 threads each, and it's like a 2.6 base clock with 3.6 turbo. So we'll have, what's that, 32 core, 64 threads. Replacing the ones that are currently in here are the E5 2667 V4s, which are pretty respectable CPUs, but I know it's kind of strange in 2024 running 2 CPUs and only having, 16 core, 32 threads. I probably don't even, like I said, need to do this upgrade, but I kind of just want to, and just in case I want to expand into more VMs in the future. And then as far as memory, right here we have 128 gigabytes of Hynix, SK Hynix memory. So it's this is pretty much the same exact memory that's in here, the same brand, part number, everything. So we're just going to double what's in here. And then I've had some other videos about my setup, but I've never opened up my server to show you guys what's really in it. So this is like I said, the Z840. These things are beast, and they make great servers. Tons of room in here to put stuff. So take off this cover. Oops, sorry. Take off that cover, and you can see. Let's take this one off too. So this has all the fans. It's pretty neat. All right, so if we look down in here, starting from the top, we have a dual gigabit Ethernet card, which I use for a pfSense VM, which I don't use, but it's kind of just like backup if my UDM SC goes down and I need to send it to RMA or something like that. I can just fire this up real quick and have a somewhat working router. router at the moment. This right here, this GPU, this K2200 came with it, and is just basically used to for going into the BIOS and stuff like that. Doesn't get passed through to any VMs. This right here, P4000. This is passed through to my Plex VM, so this is used for hardware transcoding. Pretty neat. Down there is my X520 DA2, so that's my Intel 10 gigabit fiber card. That's basically how I access everything on this. And then here's a 1080 Ti This is like the Dell Alienware card, and I use that because, or I have that because when I initially set this up, I made like a remote gaming VM, trying to like test out Parsec and using that, which actually did work out pretty well. And then I realized I don't use it. I would rather just use my gaming PC that I built a while back. So I basically stopped using that for that function, and now I have a that whole VM, which is a Windows 10 VM, is dedicated to Blue Iris. So all my security cameras go into there, and I use this for, once again, hardware transcoding in, or I should say hardware acceleration in Blue Iris. And yeah, as you can see, memory, the CPUs, they're a little dirty, so we'll do some cleaning while we're in here, and probably doesn't hurt doing the CPU upgrade. So I get to put some new um, compound, which I forgot. So let me stop the video and run upstairs. You know, actually, we'll pull the heat sinks off, then I'll stop the video, then I'll go upstairs. So let's see what's down in here. So start with the easy one first. So yeah, these, ooh, shit, should have done opposites. I forgot about that. Yeah, these workstations are really, I mean, they're beasts for what they are. They are approaching like 10 years old though, so you know, they're not the latest and greatest by any means, but I got these two for free. I just really had to buy the memory for them and then everything that I put in here. So I, you know, for that, for basically, what was it, like a few $100s in parts? Can't really beat that, in my opinion. But nowadays, I don't know. I mean, this was like 2 or 3 years ago that I got this. All right, so we got one out, and let's do this one. Don't want to make the same mistake as last time. Yeah, I'll do this one. I think some of them are still attached somewhere. That one's done. That one's for sure done, I think. Okay, how many times do I have to do this? Okay, done for sure. Done. Done. Okay. Wow, this one does not want to come off. I don't know. Don't know what's going on with this one. Typical. That's how things go. I don't want to keep rocking it back and forth. All right. I'm gonna go get the new compound, and I'll get this off in the meantime. All right, I'm back. So yeah, this came right off. Just had to do a little prying, which probably wasn't the best, but it came off. Thermal compound that I've had for a little while. I think it'll be fine for this purpose. So first thing I want to do is take out the CPUs. This one. And then I believe this just comes off or folds over. And the CPU, boom, right out. All right, so that is one. Put it down and go ahead and replace it. So I know that triangle goes in this corner. And there we go. looks good to me. Yep, alright, so that down, and then put that one down, put that one down. Alright, that's one. And this one, always something. Let's try this one first. There we go. This one's opposite. Alright. Here's the other one. So I have to remember that the triangle's on the opposite side. And here's the new one going in. And that looks good to me. Okay, so this side first. There we go. Boom. Alright, so 2 new CPUs. They look like they're installed properly, I guess. Alright, and then as far as the other memory goes, I remember, I think it's these ones. Yeah, so these are the ones that I had left over. I just threw them in here. These are like, I think these came with it. 8 gigabytes. So these will just go in a different PC. I have another one of these Z840s here that I don't really use, but I might as well just throw them in there. And here's another. And let's start populating. All right, so since we're putting filling all the slots, I guess it doesn't matter which ones are done. One, and go two. Right, and another. And another backwards side. Go. All right. Simple. Two more. These ones done. Get back on. And we'll see what we pick up. And watch this thing. I'm not sure that. Once you probably do it around automatically. So I don't have to worry about try to wait on landing. Okay, there we go. So wonderful. See you then. You look at me. Yeah. All right, yeah, right. All right, now it's off to you. Now it's all right. So yeah, this is what I do. What is it? Not counting. I'm fingers. Here we go. So, all right. I'll just see you later. So you're lighting off. And there goes. There goes that. That's what I'm here. Good enough. Right here. There we go. That's good enough. All right. That's one. See your towel. So yeah, this thing running for 24/7 for has not used for years. Everything like so we got it on your base. So anyway. That's not enough. It is on there. Maybe like here in a little bit. Ooh. Right. That's good enough. I see you mean. That's good enough. Right. Here we go. So add some thermal compound to here. And might be a little bit too much, but you know what? That's a pretty big heat sink, so I think it should be okay. All right, so this one, let's do one at a time. Sorry if I just blocked the entire view. All right, we'll start with this one, and then get that one going a little bit. Get this one going. Get this other one back here. And then get this one. A little fluff right there. Still there, I think, but whatever. Alrighty. So let's work our way around. That one's tight. I'll come back and snug it. And that one's tight. Don't want to go too tight. That one's tight. Tight. And done. Ooh, all right, that was easy. For the next one. Alrighty, I think that should be good. I'm sure someone will, there'll be someone talking shit about that. Put that down. Okay. And this one. We'll come back around like before. Okay, tight. Tight. Okay, and that's it. Boom, that was easy. That was like, I don't know, 20 minutes worth of work, if that. Everything here looks good to me. So, yeah, let's put on the fan shroud and just do one more double take. I think it looks good. All right, I'm happy with it. All right, so fan shroud. Cool. And then this one. So yeah, everything else looks good. It's still pretty clean in there, so I'm happy with it. That one down. Then yeah, as far as storage, there's two 1 terabyte SSDs that host, or not host, but store all the VM information, and then I have one SSD for the for like the host, and then I have another one here that used to be where all the VMs were stored, but ran out of space. So then I basically moved them to these two 1 terabyte drives, put them in a ZFS RAID 1. So if one fails, I don't have to worry about, trying to back them up and restore them until I put the new drive in. So yeah, I think that's it. The cover back on, and find a monitor and a keyboard, and get this booted up and see if everything's okay. Okay, we got you guys back, and slide this baby in. Let's hope that it works on the first try. If not, I have to pull it back out. So let's get this slid back in. Be careful. Go. Looks nice to me. And here we go. So find everything back here. Always a pain trying to plug in things in the dark. I guess this helps out. All right. Fiber. What am I missing here? Fiber. Here's the pfSense. USB for the battery backup, and then I'm missing an Ethernet somewhere. Fell back to it. There it is. All right. Ethernet for the Wacom LAN, since can't do that over fiber, at least with what I have. And power. Okay. Now let's get this plugged in so we can get into the BIOS to make sure everything is okay. there. Probably don't need the mouse, but we'll use the mouse anyways. Okay. Come on. All right. So mouse. And then last but not least is the display port cable, which is right here into the, what was it, the K2200 for management. Okay, there we go. And make sure that is on, that's on, and on. Spam the escape key. Let's see what happens here. Come on. Come on. Is this, I don't know if this is on this auto. It's on display port. Oh, let's see. Oh, not right. Let's try the other port. So I know I do have, I got the driver blacklisted in Proxmox, but I mean, that should only happen once it loads, I feel like. Let me pull out my laptop and see if it's on the network. Come on. And not seeing anything. All right, I'm gonna stop this and let's see, try to diagnose it. All right, we're back. I didn't do anything. I just turned it off, turned it back on, and then started messing with the monitor, and it looks like it. So far, so good. Sees all the drives. Just pressing escape here. I don't know if the keyboard works. I would hope that it works. There it goes. Entering startup. Nice. Okay, so let's go to system. Well, let's go to BIOS first. BIOS setup. And we can do system information from here. So system info. Okay, it sees the two CPUs. Can you see that? Probably not. Sorry, I've been talking and you haven't been seeing anything. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, it sees the two new CPUs, E5-2697A. And does it tell me how much memory is in this? Yeah, right here, 256 gigabytes of DDR4. Nice. So it worked. Kind of hesitant there for a second. I thought I might have done something wrong, but that looks good to me. All right, so let's go make the change. So I think it's advanced power options. Thermal options. Nope. After power loss, right here, I want power on, and see if there's any other options that need to be changed. Performance. That looks good. I don't think I need that. Turbo, yeah. should be good. Device configuration, anything in here? I shouldn't have to change anything besides that power option. Performance, I just looked in slot. I don't think I need to do anything here. Graphics, nothing. Management. BIOS power on. What is this? Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright, so I think we should be good. I just want to change that setting. I double check system info again. Everything looks good here. And save changes. Yes. And let it reboot. See what happens. I think initially what happened, it was probably saying system memory changed, and it was just halted there. All right, so it's doing its little test of the, I think like the HBA here. Which, by the way, is flashed to IT mode right there, which you don't need on here, but for TrueNAS, you want it flashed to IT mode. But I did it anyways, just in case. And all right, Proxmox, it should do it by itself here. And there it goes, booting. Boom, 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 boom. All right, I think that's it. I think we should be good. So I'll end this. Damn, that was quick. All right, here's Proxmox after it's been up and running for a little bit now. I just wanted to show it off, show that it's working. We see all of the memory in here. What's kind of funny is it's using less memory than before the upgrade, so I'm just assuming the reboot of the entire system is contributing to that. It sees all 64 threads, and like I said before, I doubt that I needed to upgrade the CPUs because most of the time the systems, the VMs sit idle, but it's just good to have more room to grow in the future, because I definitely don't plan on retiring this setup for a while. I'm gonna keep it running as long as I can. But yeah, the CPUs, like I said before, are 2.6 gigahertz base clock, which is lower than the previous ones. I think the previous ones were like 3 or 3.2 gigahertz. They're the E5 2667 V4s. So they do have a lower base clock, but the turbo frequency, or the clock is the same between the two, so at 3.6 gigahertz. So at least that's the same. The only benefit here though is I have double the amount of threads than before. So like I said, I think in 2024 running dual CPUs and only having 16 cores, 32 threads is kind of silly. So at least here we've doubled it, and everything's up and running here. And the other thing I wanted to mention, I forgot to say previously, was Blue Iris, which is the Windows 10 VM. I have that 1080 Ti pass through to it, which does do hardware acceleration, but I also have it running Code Project AI, so face processing or facial recognition and object detection is both using the GPU instead of hammering on the CPU. So I thought that's pretty neat, and it's a good use of that GPU that's passed through to it. So but yeah, I think that's it. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will get back with you.